what's up guys? Since we're in the season of giving, I like to give you guys the opportunity to get a shout out in one of my future videos. All you have to do is tell me what you're most excited about for Niagara Amusement Park down in the comments below, and leave a like on this video. Then you'll automatically be entered into a drawing to get a shout out in one of my future videos. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Niagara Amusement Park is the reincarnation of a park formerly known as Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island was said to be permanently closing in 2020 by its owners, Apex Parks Group. For 15 months, this park sat, rotting away during the pandemic, until Gene Staples swooped in and purchased a lease to operate the park. Gene Staples, the man who also saved Indiana Beach and Clementon Park from closure, has started a new chain called IB Parks and Entertainment. Soon after Staples bought the lease, he renamed the park Niagara Amusement Park and Splash World. Staples and company were able to get the water park up and running for the end of the 2021 season. Now, he's tasked with rebuilding the amusement park side of the park nearly from scratch. Today, I'll be going over everything we know about Niagara Amusement Park that I didn't discuss in the first video. This is actually part 2 of the video, so make sure to go check out part 1 for more information on this park when you get the chance. Before you do so, I like to kindly ask that you leave a like on this video. Leaving a like greatly helps out the channel against the YouTube algorithm and will help to spread the word about this new park. If you'd like to see more content on Niagara Amusement Park, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new updates. With that said, we have a lot to cover in this video, so let's jump right in. Alright, let's talk about what you all came here for, the roller coasters. More specifically, for the roller coaster rumored for the park. Back in June 2021, Gene Staples stated that the park would open with one new roller coaster that has been teased as a major attraction. I made a video a while back discussing some possibilities, but my prediction still stands despite nothing really pointing toward it. Gene Staples has purchased numerous rides from the defunct La Feria de Chapultepec in Mexico. There are still 2 roller coasters that the park has not sold off yet, one of them being a classic wooden coaster that would not be a feasible relocation, nor would it make any sense. However, the other roller coaster is Cascable, a Schwarzkopf shuttle loop that used to operate as Laser Loop at Kennywood. This coaster is a clone of Montezuma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm, and there's other various clones of it all over the world. This would be a great complement to Silver Comet and give this ride another massive attraction to draw people back to the park. This ride was also rumored to be going to Indiana Beach last year, but with 2 new coasters heading to that park in 2022, that is likely off the table. I doubt this ride would go to Clementon Park either, because that park is much smaller in scale and has more rides than Niagara Amusement Park as of now. So all signs point to this roller coaster going to Niagara. Keep in mind that this is still only a rumor and there's no physical evidence to support this, but it seems somewhat likely. I'd have to guess that this ride is being refurbished right now in order to get the ride up to the standards of American laws. The park it came from shut down due to an accident on its signature roller coaster, Chimera, which is going to Indiana Beach, which already has been refurbished as far as I can tell. So it's likely that this roller coaster would need some work given the neglect from the park that it came from. There's also certain standards in the United States that they have to follow that other countries may not have put in place, so they'll need to work those kinks out as well. But I assure you, after the refurbishment, this coaster will be safe to ride. It's also possible that the park could get something brand new as well. Don't be surprised if the park eventually gets a family-style roller coaster on the scale of Wild Mouse. Since the park currently lacks a kiddie coaster, that is probably also on the shortlist for the park. Right now, we don't have a ton of general information from the park outside of the positions they are trying to fill and the new brick trail, similar to Indiana Beach's brick trail. However, there are a couple of noteworthy things to keep an eye out for. Outside of a new brick trail, which I'll speak on more in a little bit, similar to Indiana Beach's, no park infrastructure updates have been announced as of the making of this video. Now, given the rebranding of the park, there's a slight possibility that Western Town and Wild West Shootout, both staples of the park since 1991, may not return as is. The area remains untouched as of the making of this video, which certainly could be a good sign on its own. But this potentially negative move is not out of the question. That said, if Western Town and the shootouts were to return, it would be great to see Marshall Dan, Calamity Jane, Black Bart, and the rest of the gang from the Martin's Fantasy Island era return as well. Most of the buildings in the park are run down or destroyed. So we are probably talking about a lot of repainting and rebuilding that will occur likely soon. I'm not sure if we'll be seeing any themed areas other than Western Town or potentially Fairy Tale Forest return. The latter being a possibility of some Apex era branding, such as the name Crankshaft Cruisers will likely return. They noted that funds raised from the bricks would go directly toward infrastructure improvements in the amusement park and Splash World. If you buy a brick by January 7, 2022, yours will be ready in time for opening day. Which reminds me, believe it or not, we'll be soon entering 2022, so we should be receiving additional information on tickets, season passes, opening day, and other unanswered questions in the weeks to come. When Gene Staples purchased Indiana Beach and Clementon Park, most of the rides, infrastructure, and event staff and management were all but ready from day one. However, Niagara Amusement Park is as close to a blank canvas as IB Parks has had to date. So with not much confirmed information to go off of, one's imagination could go the extra mile in speculating what's to come. Take this as hearsay for now, but as many as 36 rides could be added to the park. If that's how many rides are coming, could this mean 36 just for the amusement park? You couldn't rule that out just yet, as the park has plenty of space to accommodate such a large quantity of rides. Outside of the 10 rides that could be / are returning, Apex ripped out every other amusement ride in the spring of 2020. So at the very least, there are 17 plots available for new rides, which doesn't even include the old giant slide and log flume plots. Better yet, at least one of these plots can accommodate more than one ride. The ride pad for Dragon's Flight, a Wisdom Orient Express that barely ran the last year Apex owned the park, was incorrectly laid out vertically, then laid out correctly horizontally. This layout means that they could easily fit 3 small rides onto each part of the pad. And that's only if they don't add to the existing ride pad. So far, if all 10 existing rides returned and all 17 former ride plots were filled to the max, including 3 on the Dragon's Flight plot, that would bring us to 29 rides. If you included the Scrambler going where the Yum Yum shop used to be, this would bring us up to 30 rides. If just one ride were added to both the Giant Slide and Log Flume plots, we would end up with 32 rides. Now, they would only need space for 4 more rides. With plenty of space near and far away from the other rides throughout the park, there is no reason 36 rides couldn't be added to the amusement park. Especially a park that IB Parks marketed as Western New York's premier amusement and water parks. With such marketing, you also can't rule out pricing that reflects the quantity and hopefully quantity of the rides and attractions coming to the park. Based on prices for Indiana Beach and Clementon, expect season pass pricing to range between $65 and $75. The pass will likely include admission to all IB Parks properties and other similar benefits as Apex's season pass program. Daily tickets could range between $35 and $45 for guests over 48 inches, $30 to $40 for guests under 48 inches, and $15 to $25 for guests over the age of 60, also contingent on the quality and quantity of what is to come. The potential pricing could be one of, if not the best values in the Western New York area. Paid parking may also be hit or miss. Free parking was offered by all previous Fantasy Island owners and operators until 2018. When you guessed it, Apex started charging for it. In fact, even IB Parks brought back this beloved perk when Splash World reopened. That said, with the parking booth still intact, paid parking could certainly be implemented once the amusement park reopens in 2022. Within the IB Parks chain, parking is free at Indiana Beach's South Lot, but paid parking is available in their North Lot. Clementon's parking was free during the 2021 season, and as of the making of this video, no parking prices or season pass benefits for free parking are listed on their website. Fantasy Island also had a water park that was nearly untouched from the closure, with the exception of the mess that the looters and explorers caused. The water park was renamed Splash World and was miraculously reopened in time for the end of the 2021 summer season. The park offered extremely cheap tickets with the expectation that the water park had a couple attractions closed and limited dining options. Around the time Splash World reopened in August of 2021, new water attractions were teased by Gary Fawkes, Senior Vice President of IB Parks and Entertainment. However, he did not specify at the time if they would be for the amusement park and or water park. One thing to note that throughout November, there was some signs of action between the wave pool and the parking lot, which would open up the possibility of a water park expansion. However, no other signs of construction have been confirmed at this time. Given how popular water parks in Western New York are, I'd suspect that IB Parks will take a serious look into expanding Splash World. Overall, there's lots to look forward to for Niagara Amusement Park. The park should be getting loaded up with new rides and other things of that nature soon. We'll know a lot more about this park sooner rather than later, so that's all the more reason to subscribe to the channel for updates coming out as soon as they come. Also, make sure to check out part 1 so you are caught up with all the latest information about this park. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, as it greatly would benefit the channel in our fight against the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.